shall be some government programs, and there shall be some policies which will promote the private sector and the state government to come up with the programs. The government programs that we have, of course, are in which you do public funding is JNURM and Rajiv Awas Yojana. This program gives capital subsidy, substantial capital subsidy for improvement of the slums and for improvement of the housing of the slum area. That is one part. Second part, of course, is what we call the Rajiv Rin Yojana, wherein we try to give loan and money at a subsidized interest so that people can take loan and construct their own houses. Third part, of course, is to promote the private sector to come up and construct houses, and we give some subsidy to those people to construct houses so that the houses are made available to the poorer section at a cheaper price. So these are the three major thrusts in the first roadmap. And the second roadmap, what we have is what we call the National Urban Livelihood Mission, in which we provide training, skill training to the urban poor, and also provide money at subsidized interest rates again to set up entrepreneurship programs, individual enterprises. So these are two major roadmaps that the ministry has taken onto itself.
I'll come to all these that you have mentioned one by one. You were first saying about the urban poor, the affordable housing. So what are the steps have you taken so far, and what have the results been so far of the housing needs of the urban poor, in part of the urban poor?
You see, under the Jawaharlal Nehru Urban Renewal Mission, we are planning to set up about 1 million houses for the urban poor. Almost about 700,000 has been either completed or under progress, and I feel that another 300 to 400,000 houses will come up by the end of next year. Under the Rajiv Awas Yojana, we have again sanctioned a fairly large amount which can support the construction of about 1 million more houses for the urban poor. Under the Rajiv Rin Yojana, again, we want to fund construction of 1 more million houses for the urban poor. So these three are the major programs. So like I said, under Jawaharlal Nehru Urban Renewal Mission, the work is already in progress. Under Rajiv Awas Yojana, we already sanctioned projects worth about 2,500 crores, and in the next 4 years we plan to sanction projects of another 25 to 30,000 crores in this. And under Rajiv Rin Yojana, again we have kept about 4,000 crores by which this loan can be made available. Interest subsidy can be made available to the poor.
Now, it is estimated that the shortage of houses, urban houses, is about 18 million units, housing units, and which is again increasing by about, say, 2 million every year due to the rapid urbanization. And to construct houses, the main crunch is availability of land. So is the government doing anything to acquire, to create a land bank day by day so that this issue can be addressed?
You see, out of the 18.8 million housing shortage, almost 15 million of them are because of congestion factor. Congestion in the sense, they have a house, maybe it's a small house, so their upgradation is enough. So just about 3 odd million is left, for which maybe new constructions will be required. And I've already given you the details of about 3 million houses that government is going to fund. Secondly, what we have seen, which is a very heartening feature, in the last 1 decade, the rate of addition to the housing stock has been higher than the rate of population growth. So, honestly, we do not expect the shortage to increase in the next 10 years. In fact, the shortage is definitely likely to come down in the next 10 years.
Okay. So you are saying that this bridge will be narrowed?
Yeah, because last 1 decade, we had about 52 million houses in 2001, which went up to 78 million houses. So we added 50% of the total housing stock in the last 1 decade. So next 1 decade also, in case we maintain the same pace of growth, which we are sure we will, the shortage will not be that high.
Okay. Now I'll come to one more important thing about the land prices, which are considerably growing. Land is the most important thing for creation of houses, for construction of houses. Now with the new land acquisition bill, which is passed by both the houses now, waiting for presidential note, once it becomes a law, don't you think that the land prices will go up, and the entire concept of affordable houses is based on cheap land. If there is no cheap land available, there will be no affordable housing. The developers will not be able to make. So the government's motto of creating more and more affordable houses, wouldn't that be defeated by this new land acquisition bill?
So there are two ways in which